Trainer Kim Billingham puts a lot of emphasis on keeping her dogs fit, and as a result, her setup revolves around just that.
We've got large paddocks for them to go out, and that's on a daily basis, and they're only kept in the smaller ones, or obviously lead walk if they've got injuries. So yeah, I think there's probably 10 large paddocks, and then there are 5 smaller ones for the injured dogs for restriction. We've got a field to walk them in. We've got fabulous lanes local that we walk the dogs on the road, gallop, and obviously we use a walking machine as well. So there's plenty, and I think it's vital really for the dogs, not just for the legs, but I think it's also for stimulation really as well.
The gallop's a wonderful facility. I mean, that is a huge asset to any kennel. It must be very helpful for you.
Yeah, I think it's vital really. We use it more for, I think, dogs coming back from injuries, from layoffs and things, when the dogs are running regular. In particular, the dogs, you know, week in, week out running at Monmore, sort of the bag service. We don't tend to gallop them an awful lot, to be honest with you. But for when you're picking and choosing dogs for the races, such as the open races, when you're laying them off slightly in that, it's vital really, vital.
Something you're doing is working because your dogs are very happy. How important is that to you?
It means everything, because love to win. That's you know, goes without saying, I think. But if they weren't happy, then I couldn't do my job. And I don't know. People always comment on how happy the dogs are when they come to the kennels, but for me, that's how they always are and always have been. So it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. We get quite a few people do comment on that, but yeah, I just like to think that we do a good job and look after them well.
And they really are your life. You get very attached to them, don't you?
Yeah, very much so, yeah. So we've got some that stay with us until the end for various reasons, really. Some that are too naughty perhaps to rehome, and so we keep them here, and special ones that we just can't let go, really. So we keep them here until the time comes, and then, as you've seen, we've got a few of them in the house with us, as in their ashes. But yeah, it's still special to keep. You still feel like you've got a part of them here.
I think that shows in the relationship you have with them as well. They love you, you love them. They've been a huge part of your life, so much so that you actually decided to move into what was a dog kennel.
Yeah, it was about 5 years, well, it was more than 5 years ago, but actually 5 years ago I moved into here, but it was a dog kennel at one time. So yeah, there were 6 large kennels that end, and this was a small block of 4 that we're sat in now that was taken down, and we had the orangery built. But yeah, so it's sort of quite apt really that I've ended up living in the old dog kennels, which was the barn attached to Mum and Dad's house.
And some fantastic times in the sport that you've had. We'll maybe touch on that in just a moment. But before you, obviously your dad and even your granddad before that had brilliant times in the sport, a lot of success in his family.
Yeah, we have done really, and sort of I'm 3rd generation. It was my granddad, sort of in the late 40s, early 50s, that came to Church Cottage Farm, along with my nan, and he met my nan. My nan was a veterinary nurse for Walpole and Billingham at the track at that time, and they married and had 3 children. My granddad, I'm not quite sure how he got into it, because he used to own sort of coal mines way back when, and he trained the dogs, and my dad was then a footballer. He decided that he fancied owning a greyhound, and was introduced to my granddad, and came down, bought the dog, and then he met my mum, and as they say, the rest is history really. And yeah, he never left since, and when he retired from football, he took over the licence himself and started at the likes of King's Heath, and he moved around quite a few of the local sort of Midland tracks, Gloucester, Cradley Heath, Monmore and Willinghall at the time. And then sort of he'd been at Monmore back there. I was 16 when we went back there for the last time. Between Dad and I, we've been back there ever since.
It's amazing, and you've had great success yourself, haven't you? What have been your best moments, most memorable?
Probably the most special, and I hadn't long took over from Dad, was when Manala Amy won the Oaks at Wimbledon. It's just a feeling you can't describe really, and yeah, I can still feel it now. In fact, I haven't watched the video, or the DVD I should say, for quite a long time now, but when I do, those feelings, they come back, and it's really quite special.
There's a head down the far side, and the lead with Manala Amy for Kim Billingham, the Midlands runner, out in front by 2 lengths now. Troopy's Quinter is trying to stay on, so is Ravello Drive, who's forced out wide, up towards the winning line. Manala Amy, here comes Ravello Drive. Manala Amy has won by about a neck in the end.
And she actually lived in here.
Yes.
You know, was sat here looking out at your dogs in paddocks. It's just a
I
phenomenal
know.
place, like a dream way
I
of
know,
living
I
to
know.
me.
I am so lucky. I don't take it for granted at all. I'm really thankful to my mum and dad. Like the kennels are just there, the paddocks are here. Well, they're all around, but to be able to sit here and to look out and even pop my head out the bedroom window occasionally if something's going on, I'll see what's looking over the yard and shout down to them if I'm having a day off or the afternoon off. So yeah, it's really quite special.
It's a real lifestyle, though. I mean, literally, dogs are everywhere. Is it a lifestyle you enjoy?
I do. I consider myself to be really lucky to do a job that I thought. Well, my dad always said it's not a job, it's a way of life, but to do something and to make your living at something that you love to do, feel very lucky. Yeah, I don't think I would change it.